The track is a 400-meter track. It's a 9-lane running surface consisting of a urethane-bonded EPDM rubber. Now, it's a half-inch thickness, and the track is very durable, and the tensile strength of the rubber and the fact that it's treated for protection against ultraviolet rays allows the track to maintain a relatively constant durability in temperature extremes, from 0 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
The specific planning for this track probably started maybe 3 or 4 years ago. The discussions about the track itself and the need for an all-weather track probably started anywhere from 10 to 15 or 20 years ago. The Sirius, as I mentioned, started probably about 4 or 5 years ago. It involved our local track coaches, it involved the local physical education instructors, and of course the Division of State Facilities Management people and the UW system planners.
Well, this planning, I guess, evolved out of a dream. I think when I was picking cinders out of my knees back in the early 60s, and some of my teammates at that time, we were just kind of frustrated by the middle 60s that it didn't look as if this was going to ever be an all-weather track. I took a break from UW-La Crosse from 65 to 70 to teach high school in Racine. When I came back in 1970, I was in hopes of seeing an all-weather track. No dice. It had not evolved. At that time, I was in the same position I am now, and Buck Jones was the head track coach at that time. Buck and I had hoped of seeing this in a matter of maybe 5 years. By 1975, converted into an all-weather track. So we had done some work in trying to convince people on the campus that this is a necessary evil for us to continue with our physical education major, our track tradition that we had established in the late 60s, to convert this into a nice track. It still hadn't happened. Prior to Buck Jones's leaving the university, he had an opportunity as assistant to our dean to work with the city of La Crosse, with Eugene Fry, and to get some type of an agreement set up as we have today, a lease agreement for 90-some years that would allow the university to use this facility, to update the facility, for the state of Wisconsin to update this facility, and all that came about in the early 80s. Well, these agreements took maybe 2 years to come about, and Buck had an awful lot to do that. Eugene Fry had an awful lot to do that with the city. It was one of the neatest cooperations that we have seen between the university and the city as far as athletic facilities ever, probably in the history of the city.
Well, we will use the track for jogging fitness classes. We have probably 4 to 5 of those classes per semester. Our majors will use it in the spring of the year for track and field instruction. Previously, as I said, we had to do that indoors because we didn't have an adequate outdoor facility. So this is going to help a great deal. We have several fitness-related activities that will enable or that will use the track, so it's going to benefit us considerably. In addition to that, I think the community will be encouraged to use it. As I look out my window now and watch the track, I see a lot of runners out there, and they're people from the community who are simply using the track for their own personal running use. The real credit for the development of this track, I think, belongs with the track coaches, and in particular Phil Esten, who has put in just countless numbers of hours in planning this facility and working with the state officials and with the local campus officials and getting this facility put together. And I think it's a real tribute to those people and the dedication they have that we now are going to have this fine facility to use in the future.
So instead of running a mile and a half like that, I might put you on a 13:20 or a 3-lapper and have you run about, pardon me? Yeah, similar to the 5,000 workout, something like that. Drop you down a couple weeks before a conference. Our team thinks that I'm a little bit crazy about it, and I think they think that if we're not careful, Coach Esten's going to have us running hard on this track every single night. They know how much, I guess, this facility means to me and how much it means to La Crosse track and cross country and to our physical education program. They really, I think, are in love with it as much as I am.
This year, my senior year, we finally got a new track. And this is one of the best tracks in the Midwest that I've run on, if not the best. And it's just, you just really, there is no comparison, of course, to the other track being dirt. This track will definitely probably improve times for everybody who runs on here because it is a fast track. And you can wear spikes on here, which is an advantage in any race. And I think just the atmosphere around here too is makes it a good place to have a track. But I think the feeling that I get from running is one that you can't get anywhere else, and that is through competition mainly. And that's why I think I run now, is to compare myself to other individuals out on the track. It's nice to put in a lot of hard work, aim for a goal, and then once you accomplish that goal, it's a neat feeling. And as I mentioned before, that feeling you can't get anywhere else.
The benefits are, one, the composition of the track is wonderful. It'll take away any muscle soreness, leg soreness that the participants develop from running on a surface. Second, it gives you that outdoor component, that feeling of normalcy. One of the biggest difficulties that we run into with cardiac patients or any patient that has a disease process is that feeling they develop that they're different, that they are not well, that they are not healthy, that they are not normal. Well, if we take them outside on a track that everybody else uses, and they run just like everybody else, or they walk just like everybody else, they become normal, and they become okay. And that's the nice thing about it. They'll be out in the sunshine, in the blue sky, with gorgeous green grass, and that feeling of health is there.
And then how do you improve your intervals? What do you do? What do you do to improve on this?
Use less rest.
Use less rest and
Do them faster.
okay, and run it quicker.
On the 15?
Anytime you want to go.
Okay, we want to go. We want to go on this trip.
During the first 20 years that I've been here on the staff, of course, we've run on a cinder track. We're the last of the WSUC schools to go to an all-weather track, and so it's a great boost for us. It improves our facilities and our opportunities for people to come out and use this, and of course it's available for people around the clock. With our 600 majors, it offers some additional opportunities for them, I think, to see a nice facility, usable facility during their undergraduate days, and as a result, gives them a little bit better perspective on things that they can expect once they get out in the field. So for our 600 majors, it really is a great improvement for us.
And I always like to look to the future and see how we may enhance the fitness level of all of the community of La Crosse in their own personal fitness levels. In just dreaming, I could see the track being open. I could see, many, many people early in the morning or late in the evening or throughout the day using the track in their measured miles, walking, not only running. I think it's a very important concept to remember that tracks are being made to walk on as well as run on. And for all of us who enjoy walking and know that that may be the best form of an activity where we can get up and have weight-bearing movement, walking is ideal. And to see holding hands when we're walking with parents and children and the elderly, that's exciting of all hours of the day. I could see the inside of the track, the field, the beautiful field with a loudspeaker of some enjoyable movement, a huge exercise class happening at 9 o'clock in the morning with the sun coming over the bluff, and the community of La Crosse exercising and working out and enhancing their own fitness level. Those are exciting things to think about.
We're really happy to see this track being built here, which really did limit us before when we did not have an all-weather track. Now this allows us to have our clientele that we service, particularly those in wheelchairs, be able to utilize this track for their sports competition, if they're training for that, as well as their own fitness and enjoyment of recreational and sports activities. It's a tremendous asset to the university and particularly to our program.
Well, there's definitely advantages for everybody. From the physical education standpoint, to be able to get out here and use this facility for the classes is a great improvement for our program. Before, in the springtime, we were so overcrowded indoor, we were forced to go out in the streets or find a patch of grass somewhere. Now we're able to come out here early spring, run, use this facility. It's just been a tremendous advantage for the physical education program. Also, from a community standpoint, we're able to get several people out here and use the track. Housewives, anybody that has an interest in running now has a place in La Crosse close to the university or on the university campus at their disposal.
Well, it's just really a proud day for us from the standpoint that we've always had a tremendous track program. We've had great kids and great assistant coaches, but it's just something for us to say, hey, here we are, La Crosse, and we're proud to be here, and we're proud to be able to host such a nice meet. And everybody here today is on and up because of the facility and because of the weather and because of the class of the meet, and that's fun.
We have a facility actually that can host any meet short of the Olympics, and we feel that we can host any type of national competition here. I've been at the University of Tennessee and I've seen the track facilities that they have, which are very nice. They don't compare with this, and they've held the national TAC meet there, which is probably short of the Olympic trials. Because of the stadium, we can seat maybe 6,500, 7,000 people. We have hopes of hosting our national meet in Division III here someday.
This track, I feel, is going to give me an opportunity to reach a goal that I've had here for 4 years. And that is to be an All-American in track outdoors. And this track, by running and by racing on this track, I think is going to, I know it's going to help me to reach that goal. Being my senior year, there's no other way I would want to end my career than running my best times here. I do enjoy running against other people from other schools from around the country and just comparing our talents, our God-given talents, and it's interesting, it's fun. Even though you put in a lot of hard work, and at times you do hurt, in the end run, just the satisfaction you get from putting in the hard work and achieving a goal means a lot to me.